Hey everybody, it's Stephanie McNeil, live from my studio, which is my spare bedroom. And I think that's my new intro for now. Get used to it. Seem to keep doing it. All right, I'm just going to bash on here because I want to get into some pretty heavy stuff here, okay? The last video I was trying to explain what I've learned is our purpose here on earth through my experiences. This is all through my experience. I'm not telling anybody what life is about. This is just my experience. And that is to connect to our higher self. And I was trying to explain how that process works and what it's all about. I don't know if I did a good job of that or not. So I'm going to try to give a sort of another explanation to try to make it more clear. All right. So let's just imagine the Great Pyramids of Giza. Okay. Imagine the Great Pyramid and, they have all the blocks going up the sides of the pyramids. When we come into this life, we have no experience. We have no wisdom. We don't know anything, you know what I mean? And so imagine yourself at the beginning, you come into this life and you're at the very bottom of the pyramid. And at the bottom of that pyramid, you can only see one side. You can't see around the rest of the pyramid. You can only see one little view of what's around that space. And then as you go through life, all your experiences, all the events and experiences you go, imagine those as the blocks going up the pyramid. So, and as you go through life and you go through these experiences and you heal and you learn from all the experiences of your life and all the traumas, you climb, each one of those is one of those blocks. So you climb up. So as you're going through life, you're getting your experiences, you're learning, you're climbing up these each one of those blocks is one of those experiences, and that's it, right? Make sense so far? But as you climb, you keep going through life and going through your experiences and you keep getting higher on that pyramid, what happens? You're able to see more and more around the pyramid. Your view becomes bigger, broader, right? More clear. It's the same as with your vibration. It's the same. So like when you're at a low vibration, you're unable to see very much beyond what's that one side of the pyramid. You can't see any further because you're so consumed and distracted by everything in our lives, right? Can't see much. And you're at a low vibration. But when your vibration starts to rise and you start healing traumas and your vibration starts to rise, more information, you have access to more information. You become more clear. It's the same thing. And then what happens when you get to the top of the pyramid? Well, now you have a 360 view. You see everything. That's the same. It's the same type of thing. As your vibration, as your vibration raises, you start gaining more access and more access to more information, and you start gaining access to the fourth density. I hope that makes more sense. Does it make more sense? I hope so. Now, why don't we all just connect to our higher selves then? Well, first of all, it is a very difficult process, as I have just explained. It's taken me years. But the biggest reason is our world, our 3D world, and everything in it is designed to keep us from connecting to our higher selves, from ascending. Everything in our world, all of the systems that are created, I'm talking about all of them. Government, militaries, investments, education, medical systems, all the systems, insurance, all the systems. They are all in place as part of one big machine. And that big machine is called the Matrix. And I know we've all heard of the Matrix. This is what the Matrix is. It's a big machine designed purposely to keep humans from ascending. Why? This machine, because it's all coming out in the media for everyone to know. Anyways, I'm just validating it, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know, but listen, our governments aren't working for us. Our governments. We don't even have governments, people. We have governments that are puppets for the real society that is running this world. They own everything. They run everything. They create all the rules. They run it all, and it's been going on for forever, guys. It's been passed down through bloodlines. It goes so much deeper than I can get into at all right now, because it's just like, it's so much deeper. But And it's coming, like I said, it's coming out. I'm just validating what's coming out. Certain society runs and owns everything. The governments are basically their puppets, and they have these systems in place to keep us from ascending. Why? Because as long as we are controlled and we don't ascend, and we keep feeding into the systems, those systems feed that machine, and that machine ultimately creates power and wealth for the society who is running it all. It's all about power and money. But yet we are the ones suffering through it. Why do they want us? Why do they not want us to connect with our higher selves? Because once you get to that point in your life and you ascend and you've connected to your higher self, like I said, you have a 360 view. You see it for what it is. This isn't my my personal opinion. This is just the information that has been provided to me through my ascension process. And once you see it, you're hard to control, because you don't feed into it. You don't let the trauma of what's going around you affect you. You don't let it affect your vibration. I don't let anything affect my vibration, not even relationships. If I'm in a relationship that causes my vibration to be lowered, I will walk away from that relationship. I walked away from 4 of the most important, longest relationships of my entire life, just because every time I engaged in a relationship with those people, my vibration would be lowered because it was toxic. And through learning self-love, I do not accept that in my life. So when you don't let all the things in the matrix consume you and steal your energy and your focus and everything, you become uncontrollable and you become freed, and they don't want that because you're not feeding into the system. Now, am I like living off grid and living off the land and not buying and consuming like we're all programmed and manipulated to do? Like, by the way, like, look up symbols, McDonald's, Starbucks, all those symbols are all connected to the society that runs, and the secret societies that they're involved in. It's all brainwashing, it's all manipulation, it's all right in front of us, but we are just too distracted. And that's what they're doing, is they're giving us so much distraction that we cannot focus on what is really important in this life, which is ascending, which is awakening, which is connecting to your higher self. That is what we're here for, but they don't want us knowing that. They want us feeding into the machines that they have created so that they stay money, or they stay powerful, and they stay filthy rich, and they get to do whatever they want to do, which is obviously what is happening. Look in the media, what is happening right now. So like I said, that's what this is about, and it's a hard reality to face. It's ugly, it's gross, and it hurts the heart, but we all have to wake up and see what's happening in our world, and and until we all do it, it's never ever going to change. Medicine. I'm going to give an example. I was on 12 medicines. They kept piling them on, and I got sicker and sicker and sicker. I went off all my medicines, and I got better and better and better. Like, people, the governments aren't here to help us or save us or provide a good life for us. This all goes so much bigger and darker than that, and we have to wake up to it. All right. I'm just going to throw this out there too. You think about things like the number 13. We've all been taught it's an evil, terrible number, unlucky number. The number 13 is divine, and it is attached to so many things in this universe. It's incredible, the number 13. The fact that the Great Pyramids of Giza are aligned with the star, directly aligned with the same coordinates with the stars in Orion's belt. And they're also the same coordinates, match the speed of light. These are all coincidences. Hieroglyphics on temples and tombs and stuff like this. These are all keys and codes to the universe and to our existence. But we are so distracted all the time to even have the energy or the focus or attention to even think about things like that. We are trapped in the matrix. And what I have been able to do through my process is break out of the matrix. That's what I've been able to do. I've been able to break out of the matrix. Now, I'm going to go back to One Star, because this ties in with all of this. So I'm going to tell you one thing, leave a little cliffhanger, and then I'm going to talk about it in the next video, go into it way more deeper. And this is where I'm going to say some out there stuff, and I know for other people, they're going to hear and go, oh my God, she's off a rocker. I'm really not. Okay, so One Star. So I told you the whole time I was with One Star, I was always wondering, who is One Star? Where did he come from? What's his, why me, One Star? So one day I'm at my spiritual healers, and I'm telling her, I'm like, you know, this one thing I can't figure out who One Star is, and I keep trying. I keep trying, and he keeps telling me when I'm supposed to know, you'll know. And she's like, well, you know who he is, and she says it so casually, like I'm supposed to know, and I have no idea. She's amazing. Anyways, she's like, well, you know who he is, and I'm like, no, like I don't. Like, is it my dad? And she just looks at me straight in the eye, and she looks at me and she says, One Star is you. You have connected to your higher self. And at that moment, I remember like I had a book in my hand and I just dropped to the floor. My whole body just went, because it was just like it was recognition. It was like I knew exactly what she was saying was the truth. And just that connection and that revelation that One Star is my higher self. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Anyway, so One Star is me. It is my higher self. And that is the moment that I realized I had connected to my one higher self. Now, there's some way more crazy stuff about One Star that I'm going to talk about in the next video. And I am going to keep talking about some out there stuff. And I ask you to keep following along, subscribe, help me get this out there, because that's what this is all about. Getting my message out to other people so that maybe it can help them, can open people's eyes, whatever it's supposed to do. All right. So yeah, there's some crazy stuff coming about One Star.